right, here we go, guys. So we are here with Daniel from Social BizFlow. He is an absolute rock star when it comes to closing deals. And the way that I became very close with Daniel is he was using our software, VideoRemix, and he went out and he messaged me. And he says, Adam, you will never believe it. And he goes, it happened. Like, I closed the deal. I said, this is awesome. And then all of a sudden I looked, and he wrote like a 3-paragraph essay. And it was so funny because I was looking at this saying, well, wait, what is he doing? Why is there a 3-paragraph essay? And he broke down step by step how he went out and how he was able to close this client. And to me, that was the most powerful thing I think that he could have done, hands down, because it really shows you that he was here to help everybody succeed and to give everybody that way that they can go out and they can take action in their own marketplace. Daniel was looking out for the best interest of everybody. And Daniel from Social BizFlow, thank you so much for joining us today. I'll let you introduce yourself and let everybody know what you're all about.
Well, thank you, sir. Adam, you. All right, so though I thank you for your plaudits, the truth of the matter is I was doing nothing more than emulating you and your staff, because whenever I asked for help, you helped me. Now, granted, my job at Social BizFlow is to help folks look like rock stars. That's my job. But I realized that being an entrepreneur, that in itself sets you apart from everybody else, because it's the spirit of stepping out and doing your own business. That's what this country was like based on. So when I wrote in the group, is because I wanted to inspire folks to really not just stick with VideoRemix, but to take the tips that you gave me. Because really, I want to say I use a lot of my experience in the last 25 years in sales, but with VideoRemix, I use the stuff that you told me, use some of your formats, so I know your stuff works, and I wanted to thank you. But just to get down to the bare bones, what I did was I found out that locally there was a roofing company that wanted to get help with advertising on social media and pay-per-click. So I went in and I used a program, and guys, I'm giving you today the nuts and bolts, where if you only had $100 in your pocket, you could go out with VideoRemix and get a client. I used a free trial, because I had never used a company before, of a company called BidSketch. And I wrote up a bid with BidSketch, my first time with them, and I sent in a bid. And what I did was that I made it so that when we spoke, I'd be the last person they spoke to. So, okay, fine. Now,
and that's awesome. And let me ask you one thing about that. Let me ask you one thing about that. How were you able to find that client in specific? So before you got to the level where you were able to send that offer, how were you able to find that client? Like, what made that person stand out where you said, all right, yeah, this is a great person that I could definitely reach out to. It's a qualified lead.
Well, number one, they wanted help with their social media and with getting leads. So I know we can do that, especially with VideoRemix. However, the fact that it's a roofing company let me know that they have the money. You put up a roof in Miami, you're looking at $12 to $15 to $20 to $30 to $40,000. So on a minor roof, if I just got them one lead, that would pay maybe for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months of our services. So I know if we work this out, not only would they be happy, but I know that they could afford the prices that we charge, because I never cut my prices. So matter of fact, one of the things is that you had said that I had made, I think you said this was a 15-grand deal. Is that what you said, Adam? That was when I wrote the article, when I wrote in the group, that's what it was. It's turned into a $45,000 deal, and I'll explain to you how. But getting back, I waited till I was the last one. So I sent them in a landing page lead pages, landing page with a Dropbox video that I made, and I integrated it with a videos segment of guys typing, and it's a father telling his son that if his new home has problems, he got to go to the roofing company and ask for so and so. Guy loves it. Guy's like, wow, and the guy told me, this is good. This is good. You're in the top 3, maybe the top 2. So when he saw that, he was sold, kind of, until I said, well, wait a minute. Since I'm in the top 2, top 3, let me knock everybody else out the box. I sent him a different link with the video remix. And now it was a call to action where their name pops up, their geo, and their picture. The guy's playing the video, he's dropping an F-bomb. He's like, get the F out of here, blah, blah, blah. I said, wait. Tell your partner to go on his laptop. Do it now, please. So the guy, of course, logs in on his. It's his picture. It's his stuff. He says, what do I have to do to close this? Now, guys, here's the catch. I already had the bid. I already had the contract on my desktop, on the email, ready to go. I said, click. I said, sir, it's already in your inbox. I use Adobe Echo. He got it. He read it. Within 20 minutes, he had it signed and back. And that's how I made the first 15 grand.
Wow.
That was how we made that.
That's incredible.
No, it gets better. Now, his daughter had an idea. His wife had an idea. Says, listen, what if we started a giveaway, a roofing giveaway? So I said, okay, what are you going to do? He says, well, we need a company that can help us do a kind of a nonprofit where we give one needy home a free roof because they can't afford it due to sickness or loss of work. So I made up a video with video remix saying, dear, Charles, do you know a person who's down and out, lost their job, blah blah blah, near geotag? We would like to help. They loved it. They wanted to work with us on that. Now that meant a new website, new social media, new contract on both, and then new contract for videos, because I contracted them for one new video per month. They cannot reuse the old one. And
that's incredible. And how much is that right there? How much is that one video per month? How much do you charge for that? Well,
and the whole package is 18 grand. Yep. But for that one video a month, I charge them $5.97 per video in that package.
That's
and
awesome.
They cannot use.
That's awesome.
It's not like they get one on top of the next. You use one, we move on next month. Brand new video. Brand new video.
That's awesome.
So they were ecstatic about that, and then wait, it doesn't stop there. They then asked, would we do their broadcasting to other networks, to the news, to stuff that we like to do, because that's why it's Social Biz Flow. And I said sure, and then that's an extra $6 grand. So all because I got in with Video Remix and we kept it up. When they saw their website and their videos, they just lost it. Yep. They were like, this is what we wanted. We want to be personalized. Now, guys, they wouldn't have gone with me. I know this for a fact. If I had undercut myself or underbid myself. And these prices are only for 6 months, and they're renegotiable by both parties. I told them, if you want to stay with us another 6 months, prices are going up in the new year.
That's awesome. So you're telling me that $45,000 is for the course of 6 months?
Right.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah, this is why I wanted to definitely sit down with you, because I mean that's what it's all about. That's what it is all about. You looked at it and you said, all right, well, we have an opportunity here, but instead of going for the small pennies or just let me just throw in a few dollars and just get my foot in the door, you're like, I'm going for the whole thing. I'm going for the whole shebang.
We got VA. She does the majority of the work. When you inboxed me the other day about this, I think I was reading a new book because I got a new book by Dan Kennedy. When you called me earlier today, I was out downtown. Right before this, I was taking a nap. You know, it's just money that's coming in, and I literally am about town doing stuff that I like doing with the ministry. And I'm not bragging, but this is why. The first thing I did was get a qualified VA, and I put that money to the side, and that's how you grow. Because when you get a qualified VA, you put that money to the side, it leaves you time to close deals. Everybody that's on this call right now, if you're in charge of your business, 99% of you are about closing the deal. You probably like to close. So though you may be great at graphics and great at writing, great at content, that's awesome, folks. That's awesome. However, I like to delegate those things to other people and stay in my box. I like to stay in my box, which is closing deals. Which brings me to the new news, Adam. Because of you, you have ruined my company. Okay. So I realized that we help folks become the authority in their niche. So we get them on ABC and CBS, blah, 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 blah. We get them prime time. We do this stuff, but now we have this video remix and the lead gathering. This choice came because we started a Facebook page for a client. It started with if you like this, video, click here to like their site. We made a video for them through Facebook, through VideoRemix on Facebook, and it's been 5 weeks, and they have almost 500 likes. That has cost them pennies. Like I think per like, I think it's like at 3 cents per like, which is unheard of, right?
Yeah.
Which is unheard of, right? Because of the video remix. And we realized I don't want to mix the two. So as of January 1st, we're going to have Social Biz Flow that only deals with social media, and Outrageous Authority that deals with folks and making them the authority in their niche. So you ruined my company. You made it too. No respect there, brother.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, congratulations for that. Big congratulations to you, because that is unbelievable. I mean, the fact that you've gone, and what's really cool is with this company, when I first met you, all of the stuff that when we were talking, this was the greatest, and I do have to bring this up because it's just such a good story. I love it. So, so the first time I met Daniel, and this is truly one of my favorite stories of all time, is I met him and he sent me an email, I think it was, and says, all right, I need to refund this because I am not like we're on such a tight budget, like we don't have enough money for this, and we just literally invested like our whole marketing budget for like the whole year.
I had no idea, right? I said I have no idea how this works. I don't think it's worth it. My message to you was, I really don't think it's any different than what I already use. And Adam gave me a phone call and said, wait, before you go, did you see this video? And he sent me a link, and it was the link to that video that's famous on that site with the prescription. So there'll be a lot of that now in Florida. And
in Massachusetts.
And I looked at it and I saw the whole video, and I said, whoa, can I do this with every video? He says, yeah. Every client? Yeah. Anytime? Yeah. I said, okay. Thank you for calling me. And brother, because of you and that one call and saying no to my refund, because of your crappy customer service, okay? Because you said no to my refund. You have given me a month vacation and have given other people work. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It was so funny, guys. Just so you know, and I mean this, and I was actually, so I was up in the where was I? I think I was in New Hampshire or something, and I'm looking, and my email box is blowing up, my cell phone's blowing up, like my voicemails, like every little thing, Facebook messages, everywhere. I'm looking at Daniel saying, "Do not refund." He's like, "Do not refund," and he's like flipping out, and it's so funny just because of the fact that that was the first interaction I've ever had with Daniel, and it was just when he saw the opportunity, he said, "Oh my God, look at all of what can actually happen with this." And now we're sitting here together, $45,000 richer. Big congratulations to that. So I think what we should do, I think what everybody here watching would like to know, and I would like to do this as well, is break down that process step by step. So does that sound good to everybody here? Guys, give me a 1 right now in the chat box if that sounds good to you. Give me a 1 right now, because I want to make sure that we can break this down literally step by step for everybody here to go from where you found this client in the first place to how you approach them to how you were able to get to that demo stage, because I think that's the most important thing for everybody here. So let's start there. I see a whole bunch of 1s coming through right now. So let's start there. That roofing company that you were referring to, where did that lead come from? Where was that? Did they approach you? Did you go to them?
So to be transparent, that was a warm lead. So
okay.
I heard through the grapevine that this was the venue that they were going. Now I also understood that there were more folks that were trying to get the job, because why not? You know, I'm not the only person in town, and I'm not the only one that knows the dollar value of a new roof. You know, so I was like, okay, fine. But this is what I can share with you to break it down, and anybody can do this with any client. Number 1, whether it's a warm lead or cold lead, do your research. Do your research.
Yep.
I researched this company, though I knew them. I found out that they're family-based. They love the family. They just had a new branding. They just had a new logo. You know, I went out of my way to make sure that I knew about them, that I knew what the makeup was of the owners. So when I put in the video, when I did the father talking to the son, I could hear in the office, oh, wow, oh, and the ladies in the back, wow, and the emotional pull. Why is that important? Because if you go, see, this is why you want to go after big tickets and why you don't drop your pants on the pricing, because it's worth your time. It was worth my time to do the research. It was worth my time to look at this till my eyes got blurry. It was worth my time to stop and think, okay, do I want to invest in taking the time and making a drop mock video, then infusing it with videos, then typing in the words, then making it? Yeah, I do. Now, I didn't even know it was for 45 grand, but yeah, I did for 15. Is it worth my time to take out a day of my life to make 15 grand? Yeah, and the worst thing is, if it doesn't work with them because it's a template, guess what? We move on to another company. Now, once I knew what they liked, I knew that 99% of folks have never seen anything like VideoRemix. So I saved it for last. I did the research. I knew what I was going to do. I set up the landing page, lead pages. Guys, if it's your first time, they have a free trial. Ask Adam. It's really, it works. I start the free trial right before I was going to go show these clients. So you have the maximum time, right? And it's easy. They have pre-built pages that look amazing. But again, because it's me, I customize the page. I put their logo. I put the nice picture in the back of a roof. I listen to Adam, and I put a filter over the picture so it didn't stand out as much, and it didn't take away from the video. So I took all the information that I gained on these classes, I used it, and then I prepared myself for the close. So now I have the company, whether it's cold or warm, I did the research. I create the videos, whether it's on VideoRemix, a program on like Fiverr for $5-10. You can get a video and just ask them to leave a blank space in the beginning of the video and at the end for their name and their geotags, right? And really for $10-12 you get a video. I put the video in. So now I got the client, I did the research, I know what they like, I got their logo online, cut and paste, right? I did a lead pages from a template. I dropped in the video, and then that was that. Then I got into the video remix. I got pictures off of Big Stock. Now, Big Stock will give you a 30-day free trial. I got pictures. No, I'm sorry, a 10-day free trial. Get like 7 pictures a day. I got a membership for like a year, but that's me.
Yeah.
But Big Stock, I got pictures off of trees on a roof, fallen homes, stuff crushed, and then I wrote in the copy, leaving space for, of course, the video remix. And that's what closed the deal. So now that I got that, and I got them, like I'm like thinking, wow, I've done all this work. I did the biggest thing that I could do to put money in my pocket. I went to other companies and I priced them out. So I said, listen, awesome. I want to do XYZ, 1, 2, 3. Guys were like, well, to make the video, to do this, the landing page, it's 19 grand. 19 grand. Okay, thank you. The one guy's like, well, it's 5 grand plus 1,000 a month plus. I'm like, all right, got it, thank you. So I started pricing it out, and I realized that if I went in with 4 or 5 grand down and around 14 a month, that there's no way that he could say no because I'm outpricing everybody, and he's getting more work done than anybody else. Of course, there are stipulations. Like I said, he gets 1 video per month, can't reuse the other video. I keep my options wide. He can get another video at a discounted price of $397, but we'll talk about that when he wants more.
Yeah.
And that's per month. And so once I got that, I went to Bid Sketch with like 5-6 clicks. They had a whole thing done with my name, their I'm named it's Bid Sketch, my name, theirs, and the whole 9 yards. And I integrated the video remix, what I wanted, what they wanted, what they got. They have the right to cancel if I don't do XYZ. I got the right to cancel if they don't do XYZ. And this, that, and that was it. And I made it for 6 months. And I said at the end of 6 months, prices will go to normal prices, and we can rehash that when we get there. Because I told them that was the discounted price. At this point, they're so excited with our work that they asked me, could we contract in January to build the other 6 websites? And so I told them no. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I said, we can build the 6 websites, but that's not what we do. Again, stay in your box. It got to be in a package.
Correct. Yes.
It got to be in a package. It says, well, what kind of package? I said, site needs social media. It needs to have a Facebook page. It needs Twitter. It needs an Instagram. And it needs a video. So we'll do the sites if you agree to allow us to do the social media on each site, and we can do a contract, just for a year per site. And he looked at me and says, fine.
Good work.
Done.
Yep.
So now come January, I got work for the next year, and that's that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's incredible. And I love what you just said there, because it's so true. Stay in your box. It is so important that you said that, because what you're basically saying is that a client said, okay, well, I just want 6 websites. That's all that I want. I just want those 6 websites. But you said, well, okay, you can have those 6 websites. We can do those for you on top of the package that we already stay in, because we do one type of a package, and then we'll do that as kind of like an add-on for you in a sense.
Right.
But yeah, we're going to focus on our bread and butter, and we're going to put you into a 6-month contract for that. And are you guys going to go back in at the 45 back in January? Or are you guys going to go to higher prices?
No. On the contrary, no. No. That's not even. The truth of the matter is, one of the reasons why we split up the company is because right now we took our website down, and we're splitting it up into actually 2, is because I believe that next year, because of VideoRemix, I'm going to guesstimate, and I'm going to throw out a quick number.
Yep. Just
because I'm a little old fashioned. I don't want to say too much, but I believe because of Big Sketch, we're going to make a little over $100,000. Because of VideoRemix, make over $100,000 just with 3 clients that we have because of VideoRemix. And the secret is they love the videos. They love the videos.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
They can fathom how we do it, and I incorporate the full gambit: the name, the geotag, their picture. Folks love that.
Yep. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're $100,000 you guys are going to do, and that's only with 3 clients, you said, right?
Yes.
Only 3 clients?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. And those other 2 clients, how much are you charging them on a monthly basis for just those 2 clients right there?
$19.97.
$19.97. So you do $2,000 that monthly?
Right.
Nice. Good for you. That's incredible. And on those, what is those packages? Are you doing? So you're using VideoRemix, and then you're adding on social media and what else?
Media. So they're getting their Facebook, their Instagram. They get one landing page that can be switched out.
Correct.
Each month, if they got a new topic, if it's Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, whatever. And then they get a one video a month that's to attract leads to them, that it goes to a landing page, and 1 video to increase the likes on their Facebook page.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And with this, one of the things that I really like what you're saying is you keep limiting everything that they get. So you keep saying over and over that you get 1 post, you get 1 landing page, you get 2 of these different posts per week. You've limited it. You're not giving the client everything under the sun.
They're getting a lot enough. We actually, for those that have websites, we do 4 blog posts a month, 1 per.
Yep.
And guys, listen, guys, it's not a lot of work. Look, Adam, iWriter. At iWriter, I can get 4 good blog posts, 4 of them, for about $25, $30. There's a program in WordPress. You tell them when to post the blog post.
Yeah.
You can do this months ahead. And on those dates,
that's awesome.
They get posted. Then you schedule.
And then they get released.
Right. And then you schedule for the following day for it to appear on social media.
That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. So you're actually taking all these contracts, then you just completely outsource it as much as humanly possible, right?
As much, and use as many programs as you can within reason, because you want stuff to be good. And really, listen, if you do your best and outsource the rest. Don't try to be a hero. That's my friend Christy says, don't try to be a shero, because she's a female, but she's amazing. She does what she does best. She outsources the rest, and I'm doing best at what I do. One of my best friends, Rob, says it's all about the hustle. So I'm telling you right now, I can't hustle if I'm focused on what's on this blog post, what's going on here, what's doing it. Folks call me, clients call me and go, I love my art, I love my graphics, I love this, and I'm like, what did we do today? I have no idea. I just know they got done. I just know they got
exactly. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And what I want to do right now is everybody inside the question box, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions right now. because I want to make sure that everybody has their questions answered, and that way I can ask Daniel and I can say, hey, okay, what would you think about this, or how would you approach this, guys? So ask your questions right now, and I'm going to go through. So Mickey asked a question right now, and he says, the father and the son that you were talking about earlier, okay? When you were talking about that, was that using DropMock or was that using VideoRemix?
Oh, both. I got a.
Okay.
I went to a place called wait guys, Video Blocks,
Yep.
Video Blocks, guys. Listen, there's a company called Video Blocks. I
Yep.
sign up every Black Friday because they have an outrageous sale. So there goes right there, Pearl for $49 a year. It's normally like 3 or 400. For $49 a year, you get this access to crazy videos, right? So I got a video of a man texting, right? Then a video of a young man that's texting, and then we spliced them and added them as they're going back and forth. We did the typing, the texting thing on VideoRemix that looks like
Yep.
the texting, right? And that was it. And
Yep.
so we used those two to make one, and we used the VideoRemix, and it looked like
Yep.
it was a father and son talking, and they loved it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. And Mark asks, let me just make sure. Give a rough outline of the video that you use for the client. Can you break it down? Can you break down how long it was, what the intro to the video was, how quickly you started adding like the personalization to it?
Sure, of course. The video, I wanted it no more than 90 seconds because I wanted to get their attention and just wow them. That was it.
Correct.
So as soon as the first scene appears, it has a tree on top of a roof. Daniel,
Yep.
Adam, Joe, could this be your house? Immediately, it appears. You're thinking, why am I looking at a Daniel? Hey, that's me. And their picture, Daniel, their picture, could this be your house? And that's how it went into. At the end, it says, Daniel again, we service GeoCity. Their picture. Give us a call. Done. They're like,
awesome.
wow.
That's awesome. In their first reaction to it, you said it's like, wow. When they first saw it, like, what did they respond back to you? What was that question that they asked?
Well, here, he assumed the owner liked it, but he assumed I customized it just for him. That's why I said tell your partner to open up his laptop and do it on his. And at that moment, their brain, I could smell the brain frying. They're thinking, how do we do this? And they think of it, they close themselves. Wait, Daniel, do you mean that each one of our guest clients or customers will, yes, oh, we like this. We like it, right? Because now they're thinking one video can reach everybody.
Correct.
And Adam, guys,
that's awesome.
Feel free to tell them. Say, guys, listen, this is the hottest thing. This is 2018 technology in your hands. No, not 2016, 2018. I tell them, guys, this is by 2018. This is going to be the norm. But do you know who's ahead of the curve? You are, if you come with me.
Yep. Correct.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yep. 100%. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's all about showing the future and getting somebody really excited. And I love the way that you were able to use this. And this is one thing that I always talk about too. When you're doing a demo, you always want to make it short enough where you capture somebody's attention, but you don't bore them to death. Because anything that you do, if you do a 3-minute long or a 5-minute long demo, I mean, it's going to take forever. They just want to see the highlights of it. So that demo that you did was absolutely incredible. And let me see. I see a couple other questions coming through. So do you buy? So the sites that you buy the videos, which site do you use in order to go buy those videos yourself?
So when I get the videos, if they're not in DropMock, I use
Yep.
the videos that we tailor to video blocks. Video blocks, it's like a yearly membership, and they do
Yep.
sell some videos in there, but they have so many for free. The last
Yep.
time I paid for video blocks was last November on Black Friday, and I have not paid for a video since.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's really good to know. So that's really good for everybody to pay attention to. And Mark, to answer your question, so Mark just asked a great question. He says, "So Daniel, can you review how you got the client's picture inside of the video?" And I'd like for you to say it, not me.
Sure, sure, sure. So VideoRemix allows you
Yep.
to pull their information off of Facebook. Hence why, number one, I send them to a Facebook page, or I put their leads pages inside of Facebook, right? Because with lead pages, you can do that. Make a tab on their page, and then VideoRemix will now not only put their name, their geo city, but also their profile pic. It's that easy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, that's really cool. I like that a lot. That's really, really cool. So, and the fact I like how you're able to use this. And guys, do you have any more questions for Daniel, and primarily how to go out and how to close these deals, or how Daniel was able to position himself in a way in order to put himself in a position where he got those 45,000? And you're very welcome, Mark. You're welcome, Mark. And one question from me that I was thinking was $1,000 to anybody, really. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's what some people make in an entire year. So when you were going out and you were planning on giving them a $45,000 offering, okay, at first it was 15,000, then it went up to 45,000. Like, what made you come up with those price points? Why didn't you stick to $500 per month or $1,000 per month? Like so many people, they get stuck with that mindset that I have to stay in these lower costs when starting.
Here's the number one reason. I wanted to outsource. This is done through a ministry, a real ministry, and the monies that we make, guys. Guys, just so that you don't know, just in case you don't know, I'm a pastor full time. Okay, so the monies that we raise actually goes to help average kids and a food pantry. Okay, that's number one. But number two, I wanted to outsource the work to a good VA. So I'm thinking I need a good VA, right? And a good graphics guy, right? They both got to get paid. So $500 a month would make me a slave to each client. I'm not about slavery,
Correct.
right? $1,000, $1,000 after you pay your VA, you 1099, and you add your taxes. It's like minimum wage. You would need
Correct.
like 20 clients maybe to make a dent in your actual day, you know. But then who wants to deal with 20 clients when you don't have the staff yet?
Correct.
So I realized I need to be able to generate between $2,000 and $5,000 per month per client. Now, mind you, for quality work, but minimal interactions with me. Quality work, but minimal. So I went through who do we get to be a VA? Who's the best fit? Who's doing the best? Our guy Sam, guy's a genius. Guy can make you look. Listen, guy can make me look like Brad Pitt. Guy's amazing, right? So here how many guys. So I got him, and because they're overseas, yes, I outsource. Because they're overseas, I'm paying them $6 an hour. $6 an hour.
Wow.
You do the math. $6 an hour, and they're ecstatic because their minimum wage there is $2 an hour. So they're making $6.
That's
happy.
awesome.
They're great. And
Absolutely.
And now I have the time, because guys, you want to be able to pay for quality work. Remember that.
Exactly. And Joe was just asking this question. He says, "What is your preferred niche to be in?" Like, which industry do you like the best in order to target for your services?
You know what? That's a good question. Hey, you know what, guys? All right, that's a good question. And this is why we split up the company. This is why.
Yep.
On one side, we have outrageous authority, which would work best for guys like myself, or Adam, or Lee, or Eric, folks that need to be seen on the news. They got to have an omnipresence on social media. That's X. Over here, though, we have Social Biz Flow, which is social media, and almost any company can benefit from them.
Yep.
Now, I look for high-end companies that can afford listen, they don't mind paying the price if you can give them the results. Nobody cares about how pretty your landing page is. You have to follow Adam's advice, read a book, go see Gary Vee. You got to have results, and they will like the results. Now, as far as a niche, I like to look at high-end roofing, real estate, the developers, doctors. I got a dentist that loves me. We did a video remix for him where he targets patients that came in but never got the dental work done with him. And it says, "Hey, Daniel, does your mouth still look like this?" And it's like just like guys like go right. And it's funny. Come back, we can fix it, right? So he's laughing at that, but it's funny, and the phone is ringing because they think it's like right. But he's getting results. Now wait.
Correct.
There's one more niche I love, a niche that moves me. A niche that moves me. Today for lunch, I went to a place I've never been to. This guy made fresh burgers on the spot. This food was amazing. And I'm looking at this, and I said to the guy, "Who does your social media?" He says, "Me, her, us." And I said, "Do you have a budget?" He says, "I do, but I don't know who to trust." And I said, "Do you plan to expand?" He says, "Yes, we actually have a plan to expand." And he explained to me the plan. I gave him my card, took his number. Is he a big ticket guy? No, but he got a niche. I like it. I'm passionate about it, and he's planning to expand. In a year, would I like to have 4 stores of his that we control? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I would like that.
Exactly.
Would I like to be the reason why he's growing? Because VideoRemix goes to his clients and reminds them, "Hey, Joe, come back in for your burger," right? Would I like that? That he blames us for his growth, so that I can charge him more? I would love to have that problem.
Yep. Exactly. And that's what it's all about. It's all about position as well as that way. And that's one of the big things as well. And I've talked to a lot of individuals from our community about this, is even franchises. Never be afraid of a franchise, because franchises, they're always looking to grow, they're always looking to expand, and they're just mom and pops as well, and they can buy more into the franchise. And as they're looking to grow, it's very easy to go. And once you lock your hands into one of those franchises, you're their go-to person forever. So 100%. And the size of the company, let me see who just asked this. Let me see. So Bryant said, how large is the company in terms of a monetary value? Do you base when you say high ticket, I'm looking for the big companies.
All right, so last year, Adam, well, you tell me. I'll let you be the gauge of this, okay? Last year, the owners netted over just a little over $3 million for themselves.
Pocket
change. That's pocket change.
Pocket change.
Yeah. Pocket change. Yeah. So they netted. So just a little over $3 million, and this year they're looking to double that.
That's awesome. That's okay. That's really good to know that you can absolutely go after those larger tickets. And Joe asked, using VAs in the Philippines, where are your VAs located?
Yes, Macau. Mine is located in Macau. I love it because it's like I'm talking to somebody in LA, or like right now. Listen, guys, it's 2016, right? I've spoken to Adam in Aruba, in Michigan. I've spoken to him on like the top of a mountain, and we were just planning, he and I, next year to go to Cuba and then to Perth, Australia, and I'm going to be working the whole time. So it's like, guys, you know, I use the ones in, you know, Macau. If you want, Adam, is it okay if I put the link to the company that I use in the group?
Yeah, what I can do, yeah, absolutely, you can put that there.
Because I want it just in the
what
group.
we'll do is we'll put like a big post together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and the truth of the matter is, once you got a good one, you treat. I'm already thinking about her Christmas gift. What Christmas bonus? I want to treat them right because I want them to do great work.
Correct. Exactly. 100%. And I love this question that just came through. So this is from Bryant. He just asked a phenomenal question. And guys, remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. We still have 12 minutes left, so please feel free to ask your questions. So Brian asked a phenomenal question, and I love these because I really want to see your response. He says, do you need cards, basic fundamental stuff, like business cards, for example, like matching polo shirts, like all of those type of things in order to close these deals, or do you not need those at all in order to really get up and start?
All right. All right, so number one, when I was a master broker, I worked off of referrals. In the early 2000s, I worked only off of referrals, and the mayor of Miami said, you need a freaking business card, bro. I never liked cards, because you know what I would do with cards? I'd pick my teeth, I'd go planes, right? I scratch my head.
Yep.
So I really never liked cards. In this day and age, if you want to have a card, that's awesome. But let me tell you what I do. I use an app called Inigo apps, and it's like from The Princess Bride. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, right? And it looks just like this. And this right here, that right there is my card. So when I meet somebody and they ask me for their card, for my card, I say, sure. I pull out my phone. I say, what's your cell phone? I'll send you my digital card. They get it. They download it. And now I'm like an app on their phone. I'm like an app. They click on my logo, and it opens up my card, which has my Facebook, my email, my website, the whole 9 yards. But better than that, I now have their cell number. And what do? I take a picture of them, click, and now I have them as a contact in my phone. You know,
awesome.
Do I need it? No, but I would rather have that than physical card. Guys, you got to think 2018. You have VideoRemix. Use stuff that wows your prospects, and you can't go wrong. They're going to look at that app and go, And it doesn't matter between your VideoRemix done right and a good presentation, a good contract. It's a done deal.
Yep, absolutely. And how do you spell that?
For the money.
Yep, exactly. And how do you spell that app? Inigo.
It's INIGO.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Exactly. Mark, don't worry. I sent it over to you. Yeah, like a whole bunch of tech messages coming in. What's the name of the app? What's the name of the app? So I just sent that out to everybody. But yeah, so Robert, absolutely, we are recording this. So that's funny. But yes, and that's what it's all about. And actually, this is another good tip. So when I was in real estate and I was working full-time in real estate, this is a really interesting trick that you should always look at as well, is there's offense and then there's playing defense as well. So you always got to look, am I playing offense or am I playing defense right now? Playing defense is handing somebody a business card and then having them call you. Is always trying to get on the side where you get to call them first. So what my broker, and I love him to death, his name's Nick. He's a phenomenal guy. If you guys are in Massachusetts, Nick from Century 21 Commonwealth, go check him out. But he, what's it called? He said what you should do is if somebody asks you, tap on your pockets and say, oh, I just ran out of business cards. What's your cell phone number? Let me text you my information. And it's a phenomenal, phenomenal approach, because then you get the person's cell phone number, and then from there you can text or you can call them as well. So that's a really good way, very easy way to get somebody's cell phone number as well.
Let me tell you why your idea is genius. Because now when you call them later or you text them,
yep,
it comes up like you've already had a conversation with them.
Exactly.
And they'll be ready to like pick up.
Correct. Exactly. And there's that relationship's always there. And always the biggest thing is you always want somebody's cell phone number, not their house number, because
correct,
I'm never home, nobody's ever home. So if you have somebody's cell phone number, there's a 98, 99% chance they're going to read your text message. And Brian asked another great question. What is the best way to structure these deals when you're dealing with these larger clients, these $45,000 deals? Break it down. Like, how did you go out? Were you just like, hey, here's $45,000, sign right here? Or did you break it down?
In the bid sketch, it breaks down the contract for you. But in the contract, you'll see I lay out first why they chose us, what they want. So it's why us, what they want. They want X, Y, Z. Then, guys, details is amazing.
Correct.
Details. The next thing is the details. Social Biz Flow will give you one personalized, and I write this 2018 video because I want them to understand it's future video per month. We will post once per day in these fields: humor, inspirational, motivational, personal. We will, and I break it down for two reasons. One, because they look and go, wow, that's a lot of work for a little bit of money. Because now they're thinking, there's a lot of work, $2,000 a month. That's only $500 a week. That's like a full-time employee. We got a full-time employee doing a lot of work. Got it. And I break down the graphics. You will get custom-made graphics monthly. You will get custom-made blogs monthly. You will get, and they start to see this, and they see this value, and it becomes like 2 pages of stuff. And then, of course, I tell them at the end, we reserve the right to renegotiate your investment. I never say price. I never say cost. I always say investment, because really they're investing in themselves. Look at them. 2 roofs that they get from us. 3 roofs, metal roofs that cost them $60,000 or some crazy price, right? Down here. They've made their money and then some. So everything else is just gravy. It doesn't matter.
That's awesome. And I have quite a few people asking for your information and your website and your clients' information as well. So don't worry, we're going to post this probably in the next couple of days. Once we get everything taken care of and everything, we're going to post this out. So we will be having that information for you. And yes, that's what it's all about. It says, I love the use of investment. That's so true. Investment over cost and price, because cost and price is an expense. Investment is your future, though.
Yeah, I have clients ask me, hey, Daniel, so what would it cost me to get you guys to do? So, well, sir, the investment on your part would only be. I drop my voice at them. Well, sir, the investment on your part would only be. Investment, your part only. It makes it just minimal. So at the end, I say it would only be just under $10,000. And for just under $10,000, you get, which would normally cost you 20, which would normally cost you 20, but because I like you. And it's going to cost me 2. So who cares? Adam, you know what I just realized? Because I haven't spoken to you about this for a while. I just assumed that everybody is doing video remix, and I just thought about it. Are there folks on this call that are not members yet?
There are some actually.
Are
I
you
believe
serious?
there
'Cause
are
that's
some
crazy.
there that are not members yet.
'Cause that's crazy, guys. Listen, I make no money off of this. You couldn't listen. Get Video Remix, and if you already got it, listen, guys. I make no money on this. I'm telling you now. Get the remix. If you already got it, upgrade. Ask them, beg Adam to upgrade you to the 50 or 500 mark because these videos go quickly. And you got to do the math, guys. If you got 50 videos to share and you're making $500 on only 40, why on 40? Because you want to keep 10 for samples. That's how I think, right? What's 500 bucks a month times 40 videos? Guys,
Correct.
you're leaving money on the table. Stop it.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what it is all about, guys. It's all about viewing everything as an investment. And for everybody here, I did just send this out. So, viewer, I sent this over to everybody just in case. And I do, and you guys are seeing it, seeing the power of it from somebody who went from investing every last penny into it to asking for a refund.
I want a refund.
To begging me to keep it and keep it, to now making $55,000. Yep.
I saw the power of this, and I'm like texting. I'm like, do not cancel. Do not cancel. I'm like, hey, Adam, it's Daniel. Don't cancel.
That's what it's all about. That's awesome, and I love it. I love the fact that you're and how long ago was that? When did you get in? How many months ago was that? It was not too long ago.
No, dude, time goes by so fast. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to say the beginning of summer.
Yep, absolutely.
So July, June.
Yep. So within 6 months, I mean, you've hit the $45,000 mark, and you guys
6 months, and guys, it's because 6 months because I didn't know the power and I wasn't ready. If I could go back in time, please, I would have done this immediately and then had the right staff to pick up. Because the reason why we've slowed down, guys, take this one tip. This tip, the right, is $1 million tip. Know when to say no. I would rather say no to business and pass it on to somebody else and maybe get a kickback or a referral fee than to take on a client I don't have time nor the ability to deal with. And we have so much work right now that I'm like waiting to split the count, to split up and hire more staff because that's the issue. So that in 2018 I have a $500,000 a year. That's the picture.
Exactly, and that's what it's about. Not all money is good money, and that is a key to remember inside your business. Not all money is good money.
No.
And in knowing which clients are going to take up the most of your time, in getting rid of them as quickly as possible. Once you get to that level, when you can fire your clients, and that's why I love the fact that you keep saying that we have the right to renegotiate at any time, because if that client's not working out for you, bye-bye.
Listen, no, you have, listen, I had a customer, guys, listen to this. I had a customer that was sending me leads, right? And he was a headache, but he kept sending me leads. So out of worldly compassion, I kept dealing with him. None of my staff liked him.
Yep.
So finally, I let him go. I said, listen, I'm sorry, the 6 months is up. I no longer want to work with you. He says, oh, but I can pass it. No, your money's not welcome here. The minute I let him go, listen, the minute I let him go, somebody else said, did you stop working with XYZ? I said, yeah, why? He says, thank God. We've been wanting to work with you, but we don't like that guy. So It just some people may hold up money from coming to you. Let it go.
Yep. Absolutely, absolutely, and I love that. And Daniel, do you have any last things to say to really take this? I mean, and wrap it up, to bring everything together.
Sure, of course. Listen, guys. Robert Vico says it's all about the hustle. Okay, so you have to hustle. That's 100%.
Yep.
Christy Aussie says from Coffee with Christy. She says, "Don't be a hero. Do your best and delegate the rest." Do you know how I sleep at night? In a big bed, and I snore. I don't take work problems to bed with me. I delegate. I time things. I write things down. I use my tools like my smartphone. I use the alarms so I don't forget things. And I go to sleep and I take care of myself. Guys, you gotta have a sound mind and be stress free to make money. Now, with that being said, guys, it's the holidays.
Yep.
Think about this real quick. If you're going to beat around the bush and if you're going to be procrastinating, then that's great. But then at least get up one day and try to go to a local business and see if you can do a video for them for free. Well, why
Yep.
free? Dude, you're scared to ask for the money. You're already scared. Mob Deep said, you're scared of death, you're scared of look, you're shook. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. So here's the thing. You're either in this to make money or you're not. So if you're not going to make money, then do it for free, get the experience, and ask, will there be a referral? Do that 2 or 3 times. Ask for a referral. Now you got three videos. Voila. And now go get a client and say, this is what my past clients have said. Don't tell them it was for free. And that's it. But VideoRemix works. Go out. Get some money. Go.
Yep. Well, thank you so much, Daniel, for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Daniel, if somebody wants to go check you out, where would they go in order to see what your company is about?
You can go to www.socialbizflow.com. Now, mind you, you're going to get to a coming soon page because we're splitting up the website. So we split it up. If you put in your name and email, we'll email you within a few weeks when the new site is up, right?
Yep.
If anybody on here wants to become a known authority in your niche or your market, call me, 305-992-1558. That's 305-992-1558, and we'll talk. Because really, I love to help my fellow entrepreneurs become known and make that money. I love it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Daniel. And guys, feel free to go check him out and sign up for his email list as well. You guys will greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much, Daniel. And it's been awesome doing this.
My pleasure, buddy.